Okay, so just starting again from scratch, we have our repository, our fork, which is already synced with the main with the Plan B network main one. For the sake of this example, we are gonna use the dev branch. We go straight into the tutorials, and here there are all the main categories. If we, for example, want to um, to add a new wallet tutorial, we click onto the wallet folder, and we have all the wallet tutorials that are on the platform. There are both the mobile, desktop, hardware, and backups ones. So the only way to choose where a tutorial will go, and this is a little bit counterintuitive, we open a tutorial, we go to the configuration file for the tutorial, the tutorial.yml, and there is a category, and this is actually called category, but this is the second category, so the subcategory, and this case for Albi is mobile. If we go back to the mobile, we will be able to see the Albi tutorial here. So this one is inside the wallet category, inside the mobile subcategory, and this mobile subcategory is made by the is chosen by writing mobile into the category. So okay, I don't know. Okay, so we are into the wallet section, and we want to create a new wallet, a new wallet tutorial. So in this way, we had a new file. Oh, okay. Yeah, the best way for sure is to upload directly your folder structure, the wall folder from your PC. So you yes, you're supposed to use GitHub Web Desktop as the easiest way to upload tutorials, but obviously we have tutorials for that on the platform. So for example, if we go to the contribution tutorial, we have the beginner tutorial for GitHub to use GitHub via the web browser interface. And as said, we have the chapter. So here you can, if you can't remember a single step into the process, you can just jump to the tutorial and go straight to the main point of your interest. Now, what I really would like to show you, for example, this is the Bitbox tutorial. I would like to show you how the how is the folder structure made of. So for example, here we have all the assets folder where the main image, the cover image of the tutorials, and all the other images would go. So here you can see there are all the images, and there is the cover image of the tutorial. And this one is important when you are writing the tutorials and you want to link those images inside the markdown file. Here you can see there are so many markdown files. This is because of the translation in all the available languages onto the platform. Obviously, I assume that for example, you are gonna write the tutorial starting from the English file. So if you click, you see that here you have the preview and the code views. The preview is pretty good because you can see if your images that you have written down in the code, you can see here you have written an image. You can see whether this image has been loaded and if it's now shown inside the preview. I assume that you are pretty used to work with the code view of GitHub browser, since if you already have done some proofreading, you you will have encountered that, because maybe you are working from, you are doing proofreading, you're uploading proofreading, starting from by using the GitHub web interface. And this is the main structure of the tutorial. This is the most important file inside when you're about to write a tutorial. You should not really take care of all the other things, because all the other things included the main configuration file of the tutorial. This is something that I can do on my own. When you make a PR, I can when you can make a PR and use the example that the pre-made example that now we are gonna see, then you can just copy paste the example and do what you think, like for example, you focus on the English Markdown file, you start writing the tutorials, you do the PR, and then I'm able to um, to fix it, to edit, so in a way that you don't really have to take care of all the steps regarding the tutorial creation. You only need to think about writing the tutorials. And how do you write the tutorials? You basically write these, you create this English en.md file, and you start writing. But how do you write? What is the syntax? How do you know if something is allowed or not? Well, we have a specific section into the repo. I will just go back so that it's clearer. It's more clear where you shall go to see such example. So if before we went to the tutorial section, now we are heading to the docs one. Here there are all the docs, all the documents that we have that we have inside the repo. That, for example, the tags for the platform that we use for the content to do some statistics and to 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 do some cross categorization of the content. And then we have the Plan B Network template repo. Here we have all the content, the courses, events, the professor, all the resources. We also have the scripts template, but this is just for internal use. You don't have to worry about that. And then we have the tutorials folder with the examples. Honestly, I've an open PR. I have a pending PR pull request in order to upload to edit this documentation with the latest let's say latest features and latest documentation. So now we will see the English Markdown file example. So as you can see, what I've done in this example is that I put the name of the description as usual. I put an image, and this image is gonna change, and then I basically write all the writing rules of the tutorials onto this inside this file. If you don't want to read it all, if you can't remember exactly what was the okay. Okay, Sanya. Thank you, and yeah, I will share the rest of the recording on the group, like starting from tomorrow. Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay. So if you, as I was saying, if you can't remember exactly how was a specific rule for writing in Markdown or writing into the platform, because this Markdown that you are gonna write is gonna be understood by the platform, by the Plan B Network platform. We to make some unique things. We try to we have some specific rules in of Markdown. We haven't implemented a new Markdown syntax. We are just using existing syntax, and we are interpreting it in a different way. So in this file, you will find all the rules to understand why something appears in a specific way on the platform, while on Markdown it is not, or maybe is still on Markdown. or maybe on Markdown is still happening, is still being showed in in the same way, but here everything is written down. So it is supposed to be more comprehensive to allow everyone to be aware of what is gonna of how something is gonna be shown on the platform. Now, I will go to to show you quickly the most updated documentation. I will go back to the main repo where I have such a pull request, and I will show you the position of the file is the same that I've just shown, but here we can see the new documentation. So as you can see, under the docs main folder, there is the Plan B Network template repo folder, and inside the tutorials folder, you will find the English.markdown file with all the newest news, all the newest feature updated. So, for example, I added here starting. You can find the syntax to highlight to determine the cover image. You will find a note regarding how the cover image should be shaped and named also. And then you will find what I've said before regarding the Plan B, the new Plan B Academy chapters titles that are shown on the right side for each tutorials. And then let's see if I can have okay. And then I started, for example, I started by showing how to make those chapter titles that are shown on the platform. You just write an headers level 2 in Markdown, and there is the explanation, there is the image. Now we can go back to the code. Yes, you can see that the chapter title 1 is explaining how to make how to write and how the chapters titles appear on the platform. So this is the example with the Phoenix wallet tutorial that we have seen before. Then if we go down, we see the in the chapter title 2, we see how to write bold text. So for example, you will if you put 2 asterisks in the before and after a word, it will appear in bold. But if you put the text in between the 2 underscores, it will be shown as italic. Let's go and see it. So as you can see, here is italic, and there are 2 underscores at the beginning, at the end, and this is in bold, and there are two bold, two asterisks at the beginning and at the end of the text. And on the chapter title 3, we present the way text should be written. So, for example, this is said like here it says like how you are supposed to write paragraphs. So the whole platform understands the paragraphs. You see that there is a new line, a new empty line between the text and the lets. So this is necessary to have the text not on the same line, because if we weren't putting this new extra line, then the whole text would have been one next to the other. So even without even space. So if we go to the side, to the end of the line, right after the platform and the period, then we would have find the lets. So with no space, nothing. Because the platform, and this is how it differs from standard Markdown, the platform doesn't understand at all the empty lines. not the new line. The new line is no sense. The empty lines are no sense. But he still uses the empty lines to say, okay, this is a new paragraph. So there is no way to just do a period and write the text right below the previous sentence. You have to make a new paragraph, or you go on you will have the text going on the same line than the periods one. And here also I cover an example on how to mention things, because we also interpret it in a particular way, the box, let's say the box symbol, these symbols in the standard markdown, the arrow, the right arrow, let's say, it does something different from what we do. More specifically, these symbols usually creates a standalone box where we put like the sign for to show an ongoing discussion. So, for example, if we go on the not BTC 101, but if we go to the Bastia course that is on social studies. This is a really beautiful course. I really encourage you guys to take a look at sometimes. So if we go, here, for example, this is a mention from some specific physical person, so that it has been shaped this way. So by putting for each new line, by putting this the right arrow sign, then you will create a unique box with a lot of with a lot of lines. Each line with such arrow will then be shown on the platform as a unique mention box. So there is no need for other signs. So we don't have to put any other things. It will be already done by the platform. Okay. Then I wanted to show you how to mention word to how to deal with word from the Bitcoin industry. For example, you mentioned this example is pretty good. That's why I've written down. You want to mention HARC, but you don't want to explain what a HARC is, because maybe you are already writing a tutorial and this is basically out of the scope. You don't want to reinvent the wheel. We have something that is called glossary, and it is in between the resources. You can find it at the end, and then you can go and write HARC, and then you see there is a link. You have just to copy the link, and then you will just embed into the word. So you open the square parentheses right before the arc word, and right after you close them, and then you open the standard parentheses and you paste the link to the glossary. In this way, people will just be able to click, and they will go, and they will be redirected straight to the Plan B Academy glossary. Yes, there is something important on this case that we still haven't we still haven't made it in an automatic way, and it is the path, the language path that you will find here. For example, you can see here there is the n. You should remove it. You should remove it, because if you remove it, then people from other languages will be able to display in their own languages. Like, for example, if my main language were Spanish, if you put the the n inside the URL, then I will be redirected to the n page. Maybe my browser is Spanish, and I will have been redirected to the Spanish one. Maybe I will prefer. So it's better. It would be the best if you could just remove the path before pasting the glossary link URL. And then there is the explanation on how to write images and how to mention tutorials, because tutorials and courses can be mentioned in a different way compared to the glossary way, because they can be embedded straight into the page, so that you for example, for tutorials, you only have to paste the link even here if you can, without the language localization inside the URL, but you can just paste the whole link. And for example, if we go back to the Phoenix tutorial and save mnemonic phrase, this is what was this is what has been done. So a new line, empty new line, then a new line, and then you copy paste this link, you copy the link, and then you will paste it, and then you write another new line, new empty line, and then you can start writing the text right after it. So remember to leave the respect the new line, let's say, and you will be able to have this nice box displayed here with embedded into the platform. So back to the images, and then we are done. Please note how the whole path is written. So first of all, images will need to be in a stand alone line. So in a brand new line, alone, empty, devoid of anything else. You just put the exclamation mark, you open the parentheses, and basically the square parentheses, and you write whatever you want inside them. Maybe images is enough. You don't have to be more creative. We are not going to use such information. Then after the closure of the square parentheses, you can open the standard ones. You write assets. That's the folder. That's the folder we were used to. So like if I come back to my fork, if we come back to my fork, we'll see that inside the tutorials. Oh no, let's go to the example folders. Those are cleaner because there are no all the other languages that one day there will be on the tutorials you guys will write. If you go into the assets page, you will find the logo of the tutorial and the cover image of the tutorial. The cover image is this one. It has been to be like horizontally shaped and whatever, but you can see at the beginning that we have already addressed such point, and there is also, so this is the cover image, and the logo is basically this one, the pretty image here, rounded by the platform. You have to load it in to load a square shaped file, and it will be shown here, unless there is a project associated with it. But no worries. Yeah, here is not shown anymore, but yeah, no worries. I will take care of this, so you don't have to worry about the logo.webp. The last and most important thing I will say, because maybe it's not so easy to fully understand it, is the is the language folder. So let's say that you're going to write an English tutorial. You will create an English.markdown file, but at the same time, you will create an English EN folder inside the assets folder. And this is why you are supposed to use English images. If you don't have English images, for example, you write an English tutorial, but you use like Spanish images, you will create then an ES folder, an ES folder inside the assets folder, where you're gonna put all the images numbered in a progressive way with 2 digits. So it's not, I mean, it's not that rocket science. This thing seems to be more difficult to explain than to actually understand. That's why we have the example. So this is the syntax. You see, can you see the assets? Then there is the English folder, and then there is the image. So in this case, the 0.2 WebP image. And this is basically how you write an images. How you write an images inside the Markdown file. And yes, as said here, if you, for example, create an English folder for inside the assets folder, you should only put English images or images without any text. So that is more neutral. And in the future, we will translate all the images, even from tutorials, maybe. So this will make a huge difference. In this way, we can already know now which image is made in which language, let's say. In this way, yes, this is the cover image of the tutorials. This is another example of cover image of tutorials. And yeah, this was a standard example of the image, how it is rendered more or less. Obviously, you can see here on GitHub there is no rendering at all of Plan B network links. That's why I showed you guys the way these links are handled onto the platform. So after that, you upload your English.markdown file via the web interface, and then you are ready to go to push your commit with and open a pull request. That is.
Okay. It's clear.